I don't see anything yet.
Alright, it's live. It's live.
I don't see anything yet.
Wait. Oh, I think it's delayed a little.
Yeah, it's gonna be delayed a little bit.
Yeah. But
Oh, for sure, for sure.
As of now, we're live.
Oh, it says we are
okay,
live.
there it is.
It says we are live.
Okay. There. Oh. Hey.
Oh, yo, let's go. Let's go. Let's go.
Do you guys have the link so you can check out the comments and stuff?
I can go to my subscription box.
Yeah,
okay.
Check out.
Oh, we got 20 people in here.
Do we?
Yeah.
wait. I can't.
Check your subscription box. Sorry about starting a little late, guys. We were just trying to get some stuff figured out because this is our first time ever doing this. But
sorry, guys.
Okay, wait. I think we should all mute the YouTube one.
Yeah, do that.
Yeah, I mean, I already did that. It's kind of like basic 101 tech.
Ooh.
We can. Yeah. JR, can you hear me?
Yeah. Okay, wait, can they not hear you?
Okay.
Yo, this is so lit. We got so many people in this.
Hey, this is 34. This is our subscribers here. 34.
Okay, sweet.
All right.
Okay, everybody's just saying hi.
What up, guys?
Samin Alam in the comment section. He tattooed Collective Iris on his ass.
Let's go.
Oh wait, is that your friend who was in your video?
Yeah, that's him.
Wait, how delayed is this? Do you know?
It's like 10 seconds or something. Oh, yeah, that.
Yeah. Okay. So we're a little delayed, so we might be responding a little bit later than
Just a little bit, but yeah. I guess how do we start this? I guess we could just say.
All right, so this is gonna be a kind of a dating show format. We're all gonna form into couples, and we'll see who wins at the end. So let's get started, guys.
Let's do it. This is so awesome.
Yeah. So I think the main thing is that we'll wait a little bit so that everyone can get in, and if you guys have any questions and stuff, we can kind of go with that, or I don't know, just anything really. Yeah.
We're just here to chill. Chill for like an hour. Archie
couldn't make it. He was out shooting a video for work, and he's stuck in traffic right now, so he can't make it.
He's super gutted about it, but he's like next stream for sure. He said he wants to be here.
You know what? We actually might do a lot more of these because these are really cool.
Yeah. And especially, it's really cool that it's in everyone's sub boxes, so everyone can come and check it out. And yeah, I don't know, reach like everyone on YouTube, which is pretty cool. Also, 5K guys. Thank you so much for that.
Yo, we're at 5.5K, so we're gonna hit almost 5.5K. So we're gonna hit 6K probably like in the next week or two.
That's the plan.
Probably, yeah.
Should we answer some of these questions?
Yeah.
Yeah.
So there's this one question by Ethan Lundy who asks, I hope I'm pronouncing your last name right. Why did you start YouTube? So why did you start YouTube, Kenny?
Yeah, Kenny.
Why me first? Wait. Why me first?
I don't know.
Okay. All right. I'll start first. I guess I started it just because I remember last summer I was like honestly like really bored. I really didn't have anything to do. And I was always like passionate about photography and filmmaking, but I just didn't know how I should like go about it. And obviously I met JR in Toronto and I saw what he was doing and I was like, this is really cool. And I guess I'll try it out. And yeah, here we are. And we're like a fam now. And yeah, that's how I started.
Hey,
JR, how did you start?
So I started in, I think like 2016. And the whole reason I started my YouTube channel is because I wasn't really going out a lot. So I was inside playing video games a bunch and I needed something to do. In the beginning, I had a camera and like making videos and stuff was always something I did. Like I grew up a YouTube kid. So I thought maybe I'll start a YouTube channel where I kind of, where the basis of it is kind of like exploration and adventure. So I started like just because I was bored one summer. It's kind of the same reason as Kenny. Yeah, and it just kind of turned into something bigger than that. What about you, Gio?
I started because I started doing fitness videos, and I just kind of found editing through that, and then I fell in love with filmmaking, and then I turned my fitness channel, where I had like 500 subs, into I guess I don't even know what I was doing, to be honest, and I just kind of gradually transitioned into a filmmaker in 2015. I turned 18, so that's how I started.
When you started, did you have like any like school training or anything? Because I didn't.
No, dude, I think all of us are self-taught. I never had any training at all. Like it was all practical. It was all learning from the internet, from guides, from videos, from practicing. You teach yourself by creating.
Exactly.
But if you have to make sure to practice the right way, because if you keep making the same thing and making the same mistakes you've made before, then you're not getting better, you know? You have to look back at what you just made and make sure that you're improving on that.
Exactly. And I think a big thing too is kind of stepping out of your comfort zone, whether it be like doing videos that not particularly anyone's doing. I think that's really important when you're starting. It's especially trying to stand out. Like that's one thing that I always stress is like if you feel like you're kind of stepping out of your comfort zone, like that's a good thing.
I think that's basically what we're doing with Iris right now as well. Is like if you look at our films, like I don't know, you guys might disagree, but I think that there's no other platform that's really doing what we're doing.
Yeah,
there's no
you're right, dude.
There's no films that you can find that's like this, and that's what we're just trying to do.
I have some friends here in London that have been telling me like, yo, I'm trying to find people who are doing stuff like this, and it's just like outstanding that no one's doing this. So we're trying to, you know, show a different part of filmmaking that's new and no one's been doing it.
Exactly.
We should move on to another question though, because
we're going on a tangent there.
All right,
So after that, let's see.
Let's try and answer as much as we can.
Yeah, we're gonna try and answer as much as we can. So, what inspires you to make videos? So, who wants to answer this?
That's a tough question. Like in general, right now, what inspires me?
I think I have an answer.
Okay, go.
So, like at first, when I started making films, it was for people to watch and to share them with people. And you know, naturally, you want to make stuff to make people react to it emotionally and see how people like it. But like as I've kept making films, you start to realize that you need to make things that you want to make. And still, of course, I want people to watch them, and that's what inspires me. But you know, being content with what you want to create is kind of like what I've found out. But again, we're all still pretty young. We're still only been doing this for like 2 years, so.
Yeah, that's the thing. Like we're like honestly like probably like even like more newer than like a lot of the guys that are watching. Like so like as much as like we're like I don't know, I guess we're good at what we do, we're still really like young and we're still learning in this field.
Exactly.
Okay, second question. Thank you, Devin, that you're proud of us. You used to watch us before we came together. Appreciate it.
Alex, my crib looks dope. Thank you. Been putting it together. I don't have a couch yet. I'm gonna get one soon, but yeah, it's coming together pretty nicely.
Oh my God, Ben Keeley.
Let's go,
Hey.
Keeley HD.
Keeley.
Hey guys, welcome to the vlog.
What's up, guys? Much love.
When are we gonna meet up as a group again? Well, we're trying to make that happen. We can't say where.
We're slowly starting to plan a place to travel and maybe link up because our season's ending in about a month, and we're gonna take a bit of a break, and hopefully we can link up sometime soon.
Yeah.
Actually, where write down in the comment section where would be some like cool places you'd like to see us like link up together in.
Yeah, write that down. That'd be cool.
That'd be cool, right? That'd be cool.
Yeah.
What's your opinion on the new Dunkirk film? I think I'm the only one here who's watched it because I watched it today. That film was like, it's another thing. Like I'm a big fan of Terrence Malick and like, you know, a little bit more experimental filmmaker, and Nolan made something that isn't normal and hasn't been seen before in blockbusters. And I really think anyone should go watch it.
I heard it was from like 3 different perspectives, like the land, sea, and air. Or
Yeah,
something.
it's three parallel stories, but don't say anymore because we don't know who hasn't watched.
Oh, sorry. Yeah, I didn't watch it yet. I want to definitely watch it because I've seen pretty good reviews on it.
What did you guys think about Tim's new video?
Yo, that was legit.
Oh, I loved it.
That was legit.
I think it's really impressive too because every time I watch his videos, I know that all those soundtracks are stuff that he made. And just to think about that, that's like crazy in itself because like he has such a good music taste and like style. It blends really nicely. I don't know.
Definitely, for sure.
What else? There's so many questions.
So best piece of camera gear you own, guys. Let's knock out like the gear right now, right now, so that we're not gonna use gear again for the rest of the
shout out.
My
computer.
My Rokinon 14mm 2.8. This thing has gotten so many amazing shots for me. I highly suggest everybody to get it.
That's a Toronto roof-topping lens.
My best. My best piece of gear is my SLR Magic lens, which is like my manual focus lenses for my GH4. If you guys talk about gear and you like the way something looks, it's not the camera, it's the lenses. So you know a filmmaker that is experienced by them asking not what camera did you shoot it with, but what lens you shot it with.
Yep. I have this contraption thing. It's an electric stabilizer. I used to use glide cams, but they were like so bulky, but this thing can literally fit in your bag and it balances like mirrorless cameras really well. I have the shakiest hands and this thing can do like pan and tilts and everything. So I basically use this all the time now. And I don't talk about it a lot because I just haven't gotten the chance, but it's a Zion crane. So any of those electronic gimbals are really good. So I recommend getting one of these.
Average Row asks, what's the best movie you guys have seen so far in 2017?
Ooh.
That's a good one.
You know what? I think Dunkirk is definitely up there, but I loved War for the Planet of the Apes. It was beautiful.
I didn't watch it yet.
It's really good. It was really emotional. I liked it.
Okay, sweet.
What advice would you guys give to young and upcoming filmmakers / videographers?
To not give a shit about what anybody else thinks, or like the people that like try to pull you down.
Yeah, I think in the beginning too, because in the beginning you're looking for exposure. It's really hard, and I think you have to kind of just stick to your guns. It's like, okay, this is what I want to do. These are the types of videos I want to make. I'm probably gonna get some hate for it, but you just got to keep going, and you got to keep making videos, even though you know that it might not get a lot of views. And that's the thing. I think that's where everyone falls off. It's like they make a few videos and they realize, oh man, it's not doing as well as I thought it would. But it's those people who keep pushing and keep trying new things until something works, something sticks. It's those people who kind of continue to grow. And
even if it doesn't, sometimes like maybe just the timing wasn't right or something, but eventually it'll come.
Exactly.
Yeah. And just best piece of advice from me is focus on practice, but perfect practice. Perfect practice makes perfect. You need to focus on doing the right kind of make a film and look back at it and look at what you did wrong or what you want to do better and improve on that. Because if you just keep making the same kind of things and you don't keep changing or being innovative and creative, but that's like literally a whole live stream. We could do a whole topic or video about just that. That's something we could talk about for ages. But we'll move on to the next thing.
Let's get try to get all these questions and everyone commenting because there's so many people.
We're gonna stick around for some time though, so it's cool.
Yeah, for sure. I'm seeing a lot of India. Oh no, there's one guy spamming India. Dude, I want to come to India so bad actually, because
India. I'd love to.
It looks so complex and crazy in a good way. There, I feel like I don't know, like it's a whole other world there.
The culture, the culture.
Yeah, and the culture too, and just everything about it. I'd love to I feel like India is a trip that you'd have to plan a lot.
Oh, for sure.
It would be worth it. It'd be kind of life changing.
Hey guys, some from Cinco if you're from my old high school.
Hey,
Hey.
Katy, Texas, 2 Trill.
Pardon me?
Katy, Texas. I got people from Cinco Ranch.
hey, represent.
Texas.
Represent Texas. I am doing great. Oh no.
You're lagging a bit there.
What's happened?
Yeah, you're lagging out a bit.
Am I back?
Kinda.
Okay. Hello?
yeah.
Okay, I think you're good now.
Crap, guys, I'm downloading a game on Steam. That's what it is.
Why are you
Nice.
downloading a
Why?
game?
I'm just installing Civ 5. I haven't played in a long time.
No, why are you downloading a game during a live stream?
Dude, you sound like a robot right now. Just stop. Just pause it for a second.
Stop it for now.
Playing the video game.
Wait, why are you playing Civ 5?
I felt like passing the time tonight. All right, don't judge me.
Okay.
How can you meet creative people like you? Well, JR and Kenny aren't very creative, so
Wow.
I'm just kidding.
I
I think it's like, you want to answer that?
I'm trying to think. I think I find it hard sometimes to find genuine creative people. But I feel like the world's kind of really small when you think about it, because a lot of the people in the same circle as you, in the same field, like a lot of people on YouTube I know from just like their URL, and then it kind of becomes so much more, especially when you travel. I feel like a lot of like my closest friends now are people who I met through YouTube. So I don't know.
I think also, like, as much as it sucks, when it comes to like meeting people, I think there has to be an element of like luck.
Yeah.
Sometimes in life, you just end up running into the people, and sometimes it's not the right people, sometimes it is the right people, and I think it's just about like, kind of living life and like just meeting the right people. And it's like, it's not something that like we can like say, oh, you got to do this or you got to do that. It's just like, it just kind of happens, right?
Yeah. Even up to like creating Iris, like Kenny had an idea that like kind of sparked it, and then it all kind of fell into place because I knew Gio, we didn't know each other that well, but then like not even out of the blue, but kind of up until like the last second, like me and Kenny just like booked a ticket and then went there, and then we didn't even meet Archie. But then when we met Archie, he was like another character, not character, but like a really genuine person as well, and we got to know him really well, even in such a short period of time. So it all kind of just comes together on its own, really. Yeah. What else?
Where did you learn your color grading?
Ooh, that's a good question.
I guess we all have like kind of different looks, so.
The main thing I'd say about color grading is don't just slap LUTs on.
Yeah, don't do that. Don't do that.
M31 LUT, boys.
I mean, the thing about M31 is that it's not like it's bad to use. It's cool to layer it on top of it, but you need to do some color grading first, because then you're gonna end up with like everyone's skin tones that are just like super orange, and it just doesn't look good. I think the main thing to understand is that the whole idea of just LUTs, just don't use a LUT by itself. I think color grading's super like slept on. Like you need to.
Yeah, man.
It's an art. It's in the industry. It's its own job, So
you can have exactly. Like that's why for my recent video I decided to just go with like a really weird like black and white look for my film, just because like I was like I want to try something different, and that's the thing. Like you just gotta experiment, and the color grading can set like a totally different mood or totally different like theme to a video, and I think that's why it's so important, and more than just slapping on a LUT.
Yeah.
There's a question here that I wanted to answer, which was, how do you guys find such perfect music for edits? That's actually, that's like a fight. Sometimes you find music quickly. Sometimes you have a song already. Sometimes you have a song and you decide to change it midway through an edit.
Mhm.
Like, it's just like always listen to music and listen to lots of music. And I think one thing I want to address is, personally, I feel like EDM music is overused at the moment in travel films. Like, it's like become a formula where you have your EDM music and then you have your transitions, and like,
Yeah.
watch films. You don't When you watch a film or you watch a video or a TV series, they use all kinds of music. And if you want to make content, you need to be open to different kinds of music. Not because I'm saying that you have to enjoy that kind of music, but just for the simple fact of, you know, creative possibilities, if you will.
Mhm.
Yeah.
I think I'm what's it called, guilty of using EDM music, but
There's a time and
dude,
place
it's
for it.
so hard. Yeah, it's something where I've realized now that it can actually take away from the story if you think about it, because a lot of the times when you have EDM music, it kind of overshadows both the visuals and like the sound aspect of things. It's kind of just so overbearing that it I don't know. Sometimes it can kind of just ruin a video, and especially on top of that, dude, it's so hard to edit to EDM music. Like after a while, you just hate EDM music in general, and it's just because you've edited with it so much. It's
Like now, whenever I hear like a song that like Sam Colder used or something, man,
oh gosh.
like oh god.
No offense to Sam Kohler, he's cool and all,
Yeah,
but
yeah,
I
yeah.
just don't like the music anymore. It's just too much.
Uh,
Let's see.
Thank you, Miss Manga, for the birthday wishes.
hey, it's Jared's
Guys,
birthday.
it's JR's birthday. Everybody comment happy
Hey.
birthday.
He's 19, so like he can go get lit now. It's,
Yep.
In Canada.
Yep.
We'll have a
Yeah,
collective
yeah.
Iris warehouse party.
Guys, we're trying to read as many comments as possible. It's just really hard to keep up because there's so many.
Yeah,
do
we don't want to go on a tangent, but we still want to like try and kind of.
How do you guys manage the financial stuff?
That's a really good question. I think people think that we live a very expensive lifestyle, but guys, we don't.
Lavish lifestyle, boys. Lavish lifestyle.
I'm always watching. Like, I won't eat out on every day because like I'm trying. My friends will be like, "Hey, you want to go eat out?" And I'm like, "No, man, I can't. I don't. I need to save money because." When we get paid for videos that we do for people commercially, like we use that money to travel, we save it up, we use that for experiences, sometimes for camera gear. Like we travel on the cheap too. Like we stay with friends. You travel with friends and you book Airbnbs together and it's cheaper. Like have a lavish lifestyle. So you just got to be smart about it, and financially you have to find a way to monetize your creativity.
Exactly.
And I feel like we don't for YouTube, it's not kind of like a thing that we see as like kind of making money off of and stuff. It's like a platform for us to share our work. Like it's kind of like a portfolio in itself. A lot of the work that we're doing is kind of behind the scenes, like freelance stuff. And then on top of that, like I think there's a lot of smoke and mirrors when it comes to like travel filmmaking, right? Like if you want to really get into it in the beginning, it's a lot of just saving up. And then when you do travel, it's a lot of kind of just connecting with people from all over the globe and making those connections so that, if you go to their country, you can stay with them, and then you have a place for them to stay when they come to where you live. It's kind of just like that networking side of things and connecting with people, and a lot of just saving up and sacrifice too. That's and a lot of ramen.
Yeah, lots of ramen.
Yeah. I mean, peanut butter jelly works too.
Ramen's better though.
All right.
That's slurp, dude. That's slurp.
Dude,
okay.
Kenny, when I came over to Vancouver and you made ramen, that like changed my life.
That was so good, right? After we went on that long hike.
Yeah.
So there's a question. What do you find is the hardest part of putting together a video? What's your hardest part, Kenny? Like besides, I know like you really struggle to make videos in general because.
Thanks, man. Yeah, thanks, man. Thanks. The roast is so real. It's okay. I'm used to it, guys. I'd say honestly, I think I'd say it's literally like putting on the first clip of the video. It's like actually like starting it, because I know how, like, I don't know, for my thing, like my thinking process, I always think of an idea, think of a song, and then I put it into the workflow. And I guess the hardest part is, okay, how do I start this? Like, where am I going to start? Because I don't always start middle, end. I kind of work in weird flows. So it's just like, how do I start? And once I get in the workflow, it's just like I get the ball rolling.
Yeah.
Wait, what was the question again?
What's the hardest part of making a video for you?
I'd say, well, I'm gonna talk about two things. Like when I'm filming, I think when I'm filming, the hard part for me is kind of keeping my eye open to like the surroundings and kind of just not only just filming things, but taking it all in and like kind of remembering that experience, because then it comes back to me in editing. And then when editing, for me, I get like distracted really easily. And for me, it's kind of just when I start editing, staying focused, you know, not checking my phone and going on YouTube and opening tabs, because I do that so much and it just wastes so much time.
Yeah, the focus thing, huh? Like that's something I struggle with a lot. Like actually, one thing that I've been struggling a lot lately with making videos for YouTube, at least, and just in general, is like actually focusing on one thing or two things and like making those happen.
Yeah.
It's been a struggle. I have so many ideas at the moment, and I stress out because I'm like, oh crap, what am I doing? I need to do a lot more, and then it becomes like this, like roller coaster, and
yeah,
it's just, you know, you have to focus on one thing and do it, and don't procrastinate, I guess.
Yeah, procrastination, that's a big thing.
How do you guys stay afloat? How do you guys stay afloat currently? Well, to put it to you frankly, David McGinty, we personally, I am a student here in London, so student loans.
Oh gosh.
Yeah, because I'm studying university, but it is more affordable to study here in London than it is to study out of state in the U.S. from Texas, where I'm from. And that's like my parents are. I'm fortunate enough to have my parents doing that. So any money that I make, I'm able to save it and use it for travel and for personal things. So yeah, from freelance is for me, and I know JR is working freelance as well. Freelance stripping.
Only on the weekends.
Only on the weekends.
Zanzibar, yo, Zanzibar.
Yeah. Yeah, just freelance. Really. Yeah, that's mostly it. Just freelance. It's a lot of sometimes it's boring jobs, sometimes it's fun jobs, but yeah, freelance mostly. It's kind of where I'm at right now. Same with you, Kenny, or
yeah, and I made a decision, I don't know, to work at like this media company. So I'm getting paid through that as well. It's a 9-to-5 job, but it's really cool because I get to do creative work and I get a lot of like opportunities to that. So I still do freelance work. So just keeping busy, guys, keeping busy.
I think that's cool too. Getting into like a media company and seeing how it works, because if you think about it, when you're building your own personal brand, it's kind of like you're not really a media company, but you're kind of representing yourself. And like, you know, when you do get those opportunities to make videos for different brands and stuff, because like they want you, like they want your brand, you know, you kind of understand, you know, the backing behind it and how everything works.
Exactly. And I showed them Iris 2A.
Yeah, really?
Yeah, they like it. They really like it.
For like when you were getting interviewed, or just like in general?
No, like as we are working, and like sometimes we like share each other's like we just talk and stuff, and I like showed them the channel, and they were like, dude, this is really dope. Yeah, so
we have a question from Youve Freestyle. So what are your thoughts on working on as a collaborative channel, and what are some challenges that we've had to overcome? So I think my biggest challenge has been having to work with Kenny.
Just firing shots.
I'm just kidding.
Honestly, if Baker was here, he'd destroy me.
Oh, he would.
He
It'd be a battle. So I think it's been like keeping communication. That's what it's been.
Yeah, for sure.
I think it's because all of us have kind of our own scheduling, you know, and we have like different things that we have to be working on. And sometimes it's so hard to communicate, but like the main thing for us is like, okay, this is our week for that month. You know, we're going to get the video, and all of us always take that extra effort, whether it be like putting in extra time or pulling an all-nighter. We always get it up. And I think that's just so much, that just like a testament to all, to the guys on this channel, because we're all, you know, we all work just as hard to put a video out. So I think the hardest part is just communication now, just because we're all doing different things.
We have a WhatsApp group, so
that's basically our holy grail there.
Actually, though,
how do you get your channel to grow? That's a tough one. That's a tough one. How do you get your channel to grow? Well, I think everybody says, you know, oh, make good stuff and you'll get your audience, but like that's only true to a certain extent, because you can have the best cake in the bakery that you own, but if you don't tell people about it, no one's gonna come by.
Promotion.
It's promotion.
I know you can't be that annoying guy who literally like comments, yo, any small filmmaker.
Oh my God.
Like, you can't be that guy, obviously, but there are very effective ways to promote your work. Like, you guys are like following us on Instagram. We post 3 times a week on Instagram. We have a Twitter. We sometimes promote on our own pages and stuff like that, and telling people like in real life, like, hey, we have this, and just spreading the word. I think that's how we get our channel.
In the beginning too, it's like every single person, like every subscriber matters, you know. And in the beginning, I think you'll realize too is like that like any filmmakers want to support each other. That promotion, you know, it's not as genuine, and you know, there's different ways you can go about reaching out to people in the YouTube community. I just feel like that's not an effective one. You know, to a certain extent, it might work for a little bit, but like also I feel like there's a lot of luck that goes involved, because at the end of the day, YouTube itself is an algorithm. You know, there's a lot of stuff that you can do to get your channel out there, you know, using other social medias, but at the same time, it goes back to 2 things. You know, opportunity comes arise when it's kind of like luck and hard work come together. So, you know, if you have both those things, you kind of just keep working hard and hope that one of those videos hits too. I think, like, you know, it's bound to happen if you just keep going.
We have another question. Do you find that you force yourselves to take new risks / opportunities purely to create something?
What?
Do you find that you force yourself to take new risks to create something?
I think.
Yeah, for sure.
Yeah. I think last year I did.
Yes, we do. Getting out of your comfort zone is important. It's important to live life and to create things out of your experiences.
Just be safe, you know. There's some things that I look back at now that I'm like, why did I do that? Like, for example, when I went to Mexico for a build trip, you know, I was with a charity. I kind of stayed with someone who I like literally didn't meet. Like, we talked on YouTube through messages for like 5 minutes, and then I took like a bus through the night. You know, I didn't know anyone. I couldn't speak Spanish, and I was like 4 hours away by bus. And then he didn't end up murdering me or anything, but you know, it was a good risk. It was fun, but it was still pretty stupid of me to do. But you know.
But now that you look back, you're like, holy shit, that was kind of
I'm happy I did.
What are your thoughts on people using the daggum trendy transitions?
Oh man. I can't be hypocritical because I use them, so.
I think it's okay.
But you know, with reason.
Yeah.
I think it's okay. I think they just need to know that there's so much more in filmmaking, and I see a lot of people do it to make up for a couple shitty shots.
Right. It needs to flow. It needs to make sense.
It's like, if it works, then use it. But if it doesn't, then why are you using it?
Yeah.
But then again, we might sound like old men get off our front lawn. But it's true. Like in the long run, it's not viable to just use it. Like, it doesn't hold up. Maybe in videography it does. But if you're talking filmmaking, which is what we're aiming to do, everything you do in filmmaking, every shot, every decision has a reason,
A purpose, yeah.
a purpose to fulfill the story.
And I think I definitely think it's a trend. You know, I'm obviously on the trend because I still use it. But I think one thing to learn is like once you begin using it, you know, it kind of can add to your style, but don't let it be 100% your style. I feel like you know, do you need it? Like for a certain shot, you should say, okay, what does this transition do? Like, does it evoke a certain meaning? Does it kind of add to the story? You know, if not, like a clean cut sometimes, you know, is better. You know, sometimes it's just way better to do something that's simple than to over complex it. And I do that too. You know, sometimes I over edit things, and I guess that's just how my mind works sometimes. And I'm trying to learn, like, you know, every day. I think all of us still learn things. We're always trying new things, but we're still learning too. So that's kind of, you know, where I'm at as well with, you know, over editing and stuff like that.
Tell us a story about the first time you snuck up onto a rooftop. What was it like? How did it feel? Yo, JR, remember when we went on that factory?
Oh.
Yo, that was lit.
Yeah, and it was like half like broken down.
Yeah, me and JR, that was like the second or third time we linked up, and we went to like this abandoned factory, and we just went and shot there, and oh man, it's just like you get like this adrenaline rush, and it's like
sometimes it's not even like the craziest thing when you look at it in a bigger picture, but like in the moment it just feels pretty crazy.
Even like when we were on that London rooftop on the last night, that was like we saw all of London the previous trip, and then to end it off, like, seeing the whole of London, it was just like holy shit.
It was perfect. Yeah, Gio.
That was scary.
Gio, take my hand.
Gio.
Do you think that forcing ourselves to put out a video every week helps motivate or rush the process? Do we lack creativity when we do that? Well, I think if you put out a video every week and you're aiming to be a filmmaker, hell yeah, like that's probably, maybe in the beginning it's gonna help you make stuff, but it's not really gonna push you to make quality. So that's why here on Iris we each post a month, each month. You know, because we have a whole month to work on something, or at least to think about it and work on it like 3 days before.
Yeah, sometimes, yeah, guys. Sometimes we have so much things going on, but you know, we always get
like
it on time. But sometimes, you know, it's to like the wire. Like we're on the last minute. We're on like 2 hours of sleep.
But at the same time, I mean, like, look at our content. I think that every content that we put out is at least like decent, like if not amazing. So I mean, we get it done.
I think too, like that idea of perfection is, I think it only exists in our mind. Like I don't think I ever made something that I felt was 100% perfect. And you know, you're always gonna think, oh man, I wish I had more time for this. But you know, giving yourself deadlines is so important. You know, it'll help you grow in the long run, especially if you want to do more work outside of YouTube. Like you're gonna have deadlines, so you know, you gotta get used to that.
If someone wants to be a filmmaker and they want to grow and make it as a career, how do they do it?
Just putting out work, man.
Yeah, there's so many.
Oh, your work speaks for itself.
Yep, especially now. Like, I can't stress enough because I'm a dropout, right? But like, the degree can help. You know, you'll make connections in school, but right now you're at a point where if you create content, you can reach anyone in the world. Like, think about that. Like you can give someone a link to your website or YouTube channel instead of a resume now for some places, because all they care about is like what you can do, right? Just
for sure. I've never been asked ever for my grades or anything like school related. It's always like, just send me your work.
Yeah.
If let's see.
Hey. How did you guys respond to the backlash when you were told your friends and family that you wanted to devote your life into the filmmaking process?
That's a good one.
Oh, that's a good one. Someone start.
Honestly, like
okay. You go.
I think even like now, it even kind of like sometimes bothers me. I'm not even gonna lie. Like, you know, like I know you got to be like, oh, like, you know, just chase your passion and like do what you want to do. But at the end of the day, sometimes it does get to my head. Like, oh, all these other guys are, I don't know, doing doctor's degree and whatnot, and I don't know, stuff like that. And sometimes it does get to your head, and I think you just need to remember the bigger picture and the reason why you started it, and surrounding yourself with people that are around, like, that are chasing the same thing. Because a lot of my other friends, my close friends, which obviously I'm not going to leave just because of that, but they have different goals, and my goal is a lot different from theirs, and that can sometimes like bother me or get to my head. But
Yeah,
you
yeah.
know,
Yeah, like when I started 2 years ago, I was literally starting from scratch. I wasn't the kind of kid to even know how a camera worked. I wasn't an artist per se at all, like when I was just turning 18. And I told my parents, oh, I'm thinking about going to film school. And they were like, are you sure? You don't want to study something where you're gonna get more work? And I was like, nope. And then I kind of had to gradually tell them, like, look, you don't need a degree to be in film. They couldn't understand that you could do something without a degree. Like it took a lot of long talks and a lot of pestering to make them understand how it all worked. And it's just, you have to show that you're committed and passionate about it, and then naturally your parents are going to understand. I mean, you can't guarantee they're gonna your family or your parents are going to support you at the very beginning, but you'll win them over if your work speaks for itself.
Exactly. Yeah, that was with me too, because I took two big steps. Like number one was getting into filmmaking or serious into filmmaking, and then number two was kind of just dropping out. And my mom has always been supportive, but it's one of those things where maybe I didn't even need to prove it to her, but like more even to me, it was like, okay, I need to show now that like I'm taking these steps and like I'm committed to this. It's like, this is what I want to do. There's nothing else that I can spend full nights doing, like and like this is all I think about, right? And my mom was super supportive about it. She's like, no matter what, like I got, like, I'll help you if you need help. And now I'm at a point where like I'm almost there at like being able to help myself. So it's really difficult at first, but I feel like when you surround yourself with people who are driven just like you, that helps a lot too. And kind of like your outlook on it, don't be mad, don't be angry that people are at a higher place than you, or are doing better maybe with views, or just at a higher point in their career, because you're looking at their step 10 when you're at like step 2. Kind of just
Exactly.
find inspiration from people instead of
Yeah.
kind of like being bitter about it. Because like there's certain points in my life, especially with filmmaking, where I felt bitter, and I should you want to kind of like change your perspective and look at it like, I'm looking at like what they've built for so long. I'm still young. You just got to keep going, right? So that's how I look at it.
Is anyone a dropout? Well, Kenny, you dropped out. I dropped out.
I guess it's just that me and Gio are. It's more of like transferring.
So like I was going to University of Texas, and it was home, and I did it, and
whoa,
and I dropped out.
Wait, you lagged for a bit.
Yeah,
What happened?
Yeah, I was going to university in Houston, and I hated it, and I dropped out, and I moved to London for film school.
What program did you take?
What?
What program did you take?
I was undeclared, because in the US you have 4 years.
Oh yeah,
so
yeah.
That first year was like just basically high school over again, which is so stupid. It's so stupid.
Yeah.
It's like so frustrating. It was so frustrating to be paying for these classes that were like math and social studies, and it's like, I don't want to do this.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Well, Kenny, are you?
Yeah. So I kind of dropped out as well. Like I'm technically still part of the school, but I've already like registered with another film school in Vancouver. I'm hoping to get a lot out of there. Gonna be really busy again, but I think this is, from like hearing what other people said, I think this is the right direction for me. But yeah, even though I'm in that school, we're still gonna be a running Collective Iris
Sure.
once a month, But for second season, definitely we're gonna maybe make a few changes. But
Yeah.
yeah.
And that's that's one thing too. Like if you guys ever have anything that you think that we should add for next season or anything, comment that too, because we're always open to seeing what everyone wants to see, and at the same time, just trying to be better for next season and stuff.
And we want to make this like a place where we're not like bigger than life. Like I think that's one of the things that happens with a lot of YouTubers. Like it's like they're living this life that's larger than life and doing all these crazy things. And it's kind of like we're normal people, just like you guys. Like we want to keep it that way. We're like we're chill,
Yeah, exactly.
Okay, what did you think of dropping out of school and giving full filmmaking? Well, if you're in that position, then you should do it, but only if you're in that position.
And just realize that it's going to be so much harder. Like if you think about it, dropping out, no one is going to be there to wake you up in the morning except for yourself. Like that's what I always think about. It's like dropping out and doing it is one thing, but like taking action, with the time you have, scheduling things, trying to improve yourself and take these steps. That's going to be the hard part because you're managing yourself after that, right? There's nothing to.
You build your own schedule.
Exactly. So.
Okay.
Just make sure you know what you're doing.
Would you go out and film alone, or would you go out and film with friends? I think that depends, because in filmmaking, it's the collaborative form, and maybe what you do on YouTube can be done alone, but once you get to bigger picture stuff, you need to be working with friends. Like you can't do everything alone. So it depends. Filming alone is one part of it, and filming with friends is another part of it.
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah.
Yo, are we still trying to make this 1 hour? Because then we have 14 minutes left.
Yeah, I think that's good.
Yeah. Okay. So we're gonna be doing this for about another 15 minutes. So ask
we'll wrap up.
Any more questions? Just
thoughts.
Where do you see yourselves at 10,000 subscribers? Just doing the same thing, I think.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
See if there's anything.
Wait. That's actually pretty crazy. I think maybe we're not really 10,000 subscribers. Hopefully, comes before the end of the year, so we won't be very different.
Yeah.
But that's pretty big. I don't think we can answer that yet, right?
Yeah.
Just like 10,000 subscribers, we're just like totally different human beings. Just like transformation.
I got like a beard and like
yeah.
I'm gonna get liposuction. How did you guys meet? Well, we all kind of met on Tinder. Me and Archie were on the Tinder group, and JR and Kenny were on Tinder group back when it was still a thing.
Collab.
Yeah. Gio's bio was if you're a filmmaker, swipe left. Wait, is it swipe right or swipe left? Swipe. Yeah. See, I don't use Tinder.
Shout out to Tinder.
All right. Let's see. Can we get a couple more questions, guys, in the comments that you guys have before we have to head out in 15 minutes? 14 minutes?
Would you go? Most important question: where did you get your glasses from, JR?
I'm gonna put the website. Wait, there we go. Just like really ghetto website. They're pretty cheap though.
How much was it?
Like $60 or something.
So.
JR, sorry, wrong question. The Tinder story is not true, guys.
No.
We were just joking. What are your hobbies besides filmmaking? That's a really good question. I think I play video games. I know JR does too.
I used to. Now I don't as much, but still.
Hobbies.
I'm trying to get a GameCube.
What are some of my hobbies? Damn. I love biking. Like right now it's summer, so it's like I just love like going out with my homies and go bike. Like Vancouver has like awesome trails for biking and stuff and exploring. So I kind of like doing the exact same things that I'm doing when I'm filming, like exploring and stuff, except not filming. because
Yeah.
definitely when you're filming, it's as cool as it is to like explore stuff. It's you're in a different mindset. So,
You need to like relax sometimes and think about other
Exactly.
things.
yeah,
Yeah.
exactly. And yeah, whenever I'm on my computer, I'm basically just editing. So
Any competitive sports? Yeah, actually, I used to be a powerlifter, and at one point, I was one of the strongest 17-year-olds in my weight class. Before I started filmmaking. Uh, Ooh, yes, Battleground Unknowns. Yes, I do play.
Yes.
I'm trying to get JR to
I'm gonna get it. I'm gonna get it soon.
yeah.
wait, no.
Congratulations.
What about me?
Are you coming?
You
You wanna
have it?
play? Dude,
Wait, what is this?
it's so much fun. It's like
Oh yes,
have
that'd
you
be
ever
so much
seen
fun.
what game is it like H1Z1? No. Is it kind of like H1Z1?
Kind of like that, but it's so much better.
Wait,
So it's
what's
like you fall. You basically, Kenny, you're in like this big piece of a map. You fall from the sky on certain parts, on certain places, and you gotta like pick up guns and like basically survive. And there's like 100 people.
PC?
Yeah, yeah, and then the world kind of like shrinks because it's like there's a contamination zone and you have to get in it. So every time you kind of like you have to basically survive. It's
Wait,
like a
what's it
battle
called?
royale.
Called? I don't
Player
know.
Unknown's Battlegrounds.
Battlegrounds?
Yeah,
Yo, guys, hook me up.
yeah, dude. No, for real. Like we really gotta play. Okay.
We'll do it. We'll make that happen.
What channel number is this for you guys? Well, this is like the second channel I've ever made.
Oh, there's so many cringy channels that I've made.
Oh, really?
Oh my god. Yeah, they're all like different things too. You know, I think I had like a football channel.
Give us a few.
I had one where I used to make like you know those action short films with like guns and stuff. I used to do that. I was like huge into gaming and like Mario and stuff, so I had like a gaming channel in the beginning. Dude, I had so many channels.
How well did those do?
Pretty bad. They didn't do that well.
Oh man.
They were cringy.
Are they still like live?
I don't think so.
Oh man.
I don't even remember the names. Yeah.
That'd be hilarious if we could see it.
Do you guys ever consider vlogging?
I'm really iffy about it. You know, I said I was gonna, but then I'm trying to rethink it now because, you know, vlogs now aren't what they used to be. It's really scripted and like I want to do something different, but I kind of want to still be really genuine. But I haven't found like a cool idea yet.
The whole vlogging concept has just become so like gray and like I don't know, so weird that I don't know. I'm just not a fan of vlogging right now. Especially with all these like daily vloggings and like you said, scripted lives and stuff like fucking Jake Paul and everybody like come on. Come on.
Is consistency the key for success? Yes, consistency is the key for success, but you have to do it right. Okay? If you consistently do it the wrong way, well, you're not gonna get anywhere.
Exactly.
What is one of the mistakes you think even experienced filmmakers make? Oh, I think it's maybe
clickbait.
That's a really good question.
That's a hard question.
I think maybe the biggest mistake that experienced filmmakers make is maybe one of them, because I bet you there's tons, is that it's tunnel vision maybe sometimes where you're just so focused on the thing you're making, you lose track of everything else.
So true. Yeah. That's what a lot of daily vloggers are like trapped in. They're so focused on like, oh, daily vlogs, you know, get my subs up, get the views, and then later on they realize, holy shit, like, you know what I mean?
At a point, like in kind of like your progress, like as a filmmaker or whatever, it kind of like goes stagnant with daily vlogs if you're not careful.
Yeah, exactly.
It's tough, yeah.
Okay, we got a question.
I got one. What age?
Oh, wait.
What age did you guys start learning After Effects? And Gio, did you edit AE or Premiere?
What did I edit? What?
I guess a better question for that is just like, what age did we start learning our programs? And yeah.
Okay.
Like how much years of experience do you have on the program that
Okay,
you use
yeah.
right now?
So I'll start. I started learning. I edit in Premiere. I don't use After Effects at all. I don't like using it personally, but if I want to use After Effects, I have people who like to use it. Use it, if that makes sense. But I edit on Premiere, and I started learning that. I started learning editing when I turned 18. So like 2 years and like a half, maybe a little bit now. Yeah,
You started with Final Cut though.
yeah. I started with iMovie.
A
Yeah.
Okay. What about a JR?
I started in Movie Maker.
And he
I
still
didn't-
edits on Movie Maker.
Yeah, you know those transitions. You know the linear wipes. I use those a lot. Yeah, so I used Movie Maker for some time, and then I moved over to Sony Vegas, and then I made the jump to After Effects after a couple years, and now I think I've been using After Effects for like 5 years now. I think
5 years, damn.
5 or 4 years. Yeah, I started really early using it. Mhm.
I use Final Cut, and I basically use everything. But I guess my go-to is Final Cut. I've been using it for about a year. Before that, I was like all over the place. I was using like Sony Vegas, iMovie. Like I was kind of bouncing around. And I guess last year is like when I was like, okay, Final Cut's my thing, and then kind of learned After Effects as well. But in my media company that I work with right now, I have to use Premiere, so I'm learning Premiere as well right now. So
Premiere is not that hard to pick
no,
up.
it's not that hard. It's not that hard. It's just like the whole like
shortcuts.
hotkeys and everything. But everything else is basically the same. And I love how I can move from Premiere to AE so easily.
Yeah, exactly.
Oh, this is a really good one. What other art forms do you draw inspiration from for your films? So definitely other films. But yeah, other films and other people's work is, I think, the biggest source.
I think music. I love music so much, man.
Yeah.
I'm a huge fan of music, and music is just like it's like 50% of the movies that I use. So, you know, I'm always listening to music. SoundCloud, guys, you guys always ask us like where we find music from. I just go on SoundCloud, find one of your favorite artists, see what he reposts, see what he likes, and just go on from there.
Just spend one night like digging through SoundCloud. Just like keep going like into a hole where you're just like listening to songs and like, you know, adding them to your favorites or whatever.
Exactly. And it's like if you find a good song but you don't know what you want to use it for, just save it, and maybe later on you're like, oh, that's the song I needed, right?
Yeah.
Do you guys have JR, are you Indian? I saw that question like 4 times.
Yeah, I saw it. I said, so my parents are from Guyana, which is part of South America slash the Caribbean. So yeah, Caribbean basically.
Okay.
Okay, so this person's been asking this one a couple of times. What is your goal with every video you make?
That's what I was going to use that.
Definitely to have an emotional reaction out of the people that watch it. I always aim to make people feel something when they watch what I make.
Definitely. Yeah, and I think I want people to watch it and not be like mind blown or anything, but I want them to be like, oh, that was different.
Yeah.
With every video. I don't want two uploads to be the exact same. You know what I mean? If I upload something that's like 1, then the next upload should be like a 3. If you know if you get what I mean, right?
Oh, this is a brilliant, fantastic question. Do you guys think that being good at art, per se filmmaking, is talent or hard work? Maybe both. Some people get upset when they are called talented because they think it's like minimizing their hard work. What do you think?
It's not. Like hard work is like very important, but it'll only take you so far. You know what I mean? To a certain level.
I think it's the other way around. I think
so?
talent only gets you so far. It's hard work.
Yeah.
But it can be interpreted that, like, you know how you said, like, consistency is key. You can work so hard, but you can be working so hard in the wrong way.
Well, I think hard work beats talent hardly working.
Yeah. If you have someone who has something special, I guess that you can say, and they don't put the time in, you know, you're gonna have someone who can come along and kind of learn, you know, a lot of the things, and if they put that extra time in, they'll pass you, like, pretty simple, like, just like that. Like, it's, I think.
Okay, yeah, I guess I get where you guys are coming from.
That's a good question.
Yo, where do you guys see yourselves in 30 years?
Jesus Christ.
Jesus.
Yo, hitting us with those deep questions.
Jesus.
I don't know. I mean,
That's
sitting
way
down, back pain, leg pain.
Yeah. Yeah, that's too far ahead. I don't want to think that.
Really far ahead, yeah.
Yeah. 5 years is even too much for me right now.
Yeah.
Should we do like 5 more questions, or like?
Yeah, 5 more questions.
Okay, 5 more questions. Yo, thanks for everybody for watching. Like,
honestly, I know.
Like,
thank you so much for the questions too. This is so much fun.
Yeah, this is lots of fun.
What song did you guys love that was ruined by listening to it a million times? For me, it was the songs that I use in my year video. Because holy crap, my year videos are just.
Which one? Like, is there a specific one?
It was the Out J song, My Left Hand Free.
Wait, the one that you used?
Yeah, I think I used that song. Oh, you know what it was? You know which one? It was the song. Man, this piano song by Dustin O'Halloran. I loved it so much.
Oh my god, I love Dustin O'Halloran.
Yeah, and then after you edit with it, you're just like,
holy crap, I'm so done. Right?
Yeah.
Like, I think that's with any song I use as well. It's like, in the beginning you're like, oh, this is it, this is the jam, and then by the end you're like, oh my god, play something else.
I think you go into it knowing, you know, there's a chance that, like, I ruined this song for myself.
Yeah.
It's like, you know, I gotta take it. You know, it's a good song, whatever.
Exactly, because you also got to think about it in the perspective that these people are hearing the song for the first time.
Exactly.
So they're gonna have that first impression that you had.
I think that's really important to remember when you're editing, because sometimes when you have this beautiful, amazing footage, but you filmed it, you're editing it, and you're so used to it because you've seen it so many times that you think it's like meh. Like, you think like this footage is like
yeah.
That's why I'm actually like this really talented filmmaker that I actually really like. I always bring him up is Brandon Lee, but I remember he made this video where he basically said, like, sometimes, like, if you're in an edit and you're like stuck or like in a creative block, just like take a few days off and just like don't think about it, and then come back to it, and then you might get that spark again.
You guys all need to watch this guy. He's
insane.
I can't say enough. You'll learn a lot from him.
He's I think he's like a true definition of like a travel filmmaker.
Yeah.
I think this is a really good question. Talk about storytelling, please. More specifically, how to improve it. Some people can make even boring stuff sound amazing. So I think I want to address that because I grew up in a place. Kenny and JR are really lucky to grow up in like Vancouver and Toronto. But when I was just starting filmmaking, I started in Houston, which is like it's just suburbs. It's just highways, and there's not really, the environment isn't the place you can film. So I had to learn to make interesting films out of nothing, right? I couldn't just go out and film. I had to think a little bit, you know? And I think that's maybe why travel films are so popular now, because you can just travel and make a video about that. You don't have to look any deeper than that. So I literally had to make a video about my handwriting and turn that into something interesting. So how do you make how do you make storytelling more interesting and make something boring interesting? Well, attack it in a perspective. So if I want to make a video about my handwriting, well, I divide it up into chapters, or I divide it up into parts. You know, I'll talk about why my handwriting's bad, what people think about it, and how I'm trying maybe to improve it. And that's 3 parts. Make music around it, make a theme, you know, find ways to make something interesting through structure, if that makes sense. But maybe that's like my small way of explaining it. I could talk about it for ages, but I'm going to stop talking about it.
Me too. Like I want to touch on it a little bit. It's like I even grew up, you know, I didn't go downtown a lot. Like in Toronto, that's where everything was. So in the beginning, it was like literally behind my house. Like I transformed that space into something that looked and seemed so much bigger, like a forest and that nature setting. It was so much smaller than, you know, what it looked on screen. But, you know, if you have like a really good imagination and you tie it with a really good story, you can transform like your environment into anything really. It just means that it'll take a lot more time when like looking at how do I make this really interesting, and you spend a lot more time on like the shots too, like when you're going out filming, and I think that'll help you, you know, because
and also
when you're traveling, one more thing, when you're traveling, you know, everything's so easy to film because you kind of just, you know, everything's just there for you, so you kind of just roll with the camera, right? But you got to be a lot more cautious, and you got to think a lot more when the landscape's not as, you know, crazy
or flattering, or
yeah,
you know what I mean? Yeah. What is your biggest weakness in filmmaking?
My biggest weakness would be definitely the animations and special effects. That's my biggest weakness.
For me, it's storytelling. You know, I'm always trying to improve with storytelling, but sometimes my stories are really one-dimensional, like my videos. And that's where I feel like I really admire what Gio brings to the channel, because, you know, there's a lot of times where, like, even for me, I feel like some of my stories lack a lot. But, you know, Gio's always about that story life. And I think that's so important right now. And, you know, that's why I hate seeing comments sometimes that are like, oh, you know, this video is a little boring. It's like don't look at the surface of it, you know, look at the story behind it, you know. So
it's so funny because like whenever you upload like a slower video, I don't know, but what I realize is that you always get a bit more dislikes.
Yeah.
Oh yeah.
You always.
There's like 10 more dislikes.
Yeah. It's kind of funny.
Yeah.
You know what? I want to say something for people who are looking into making storytelling or you know, things that might not be as popular. Is Elon Musk. He said, you know, what's popular right now is, you know, transitions and really epic videos, but those reach a lot of people.
God, Elon Musk said that.
Elon Musk said that?
Yeah, he did. No, not about storytelling, but he talked about like what you create.
Oh,
so he said. He said, if you make something like let's talk about a blockbuster. If you make a blockbuster, it's going to reach a lot of people, but it might not affect them in a really profound way, right? But it's affecting a lot of people, and that's good. But if you make something that affects a small amount of people in a big way, then you're doing as much as something that affects a lot of people in a small way. It cancels itself out. So don't feel bad if you're not reaching a lot of people. I tell myself that a lot all the time.
Yeah.
You need to realize that hopefully you are affecting people in a bigger way than you would if you were affecting a lot of people in a smaller way, if that makes sense.
Yeah.
Okay. I hope that makes
sense. Makes a lot of sense. Okay. What is important question? What's your favorite SpongeBob episode? Yo. Man, a classic is when SpongeBob and Squidward goes to deliver the pizza on the rock. And then the guy's like, "Where's my drink?"
Wait, is that like one of the first episodes?
Huh? It's an older one. You don't remember the one where like Squidward, the car breaks down, so they go literally.
Oh, and they're like walking, and he's just like singing. Yo, that episode.
That was a classic. That was a classic.
Oh, do you know the one where he's like, he's taking the bus and he gets off at the wrong stop and he goes like all the way down?
Yeah.
That was classic, dude.
Did you guys like the SpongeBob movie, the old one?
Oh, with David Hasselhoff?
Goofy Goober?
Yeah.
I love that one so much. Yeah, SpongeBob is a classic, guys.
I think we should end on that.
Yeah?
SpongeBob.
Yeah, I think so. Let's end on SpongeBob, guys.
Yeah.
All right, guys.
Well,
it's been real.
Thank you so much for watching. Thank you so much for 5,000 subscribers.
Make sure to like, comment, subscribe, smash that like button.
Yeah, but we'll definitely do a lot more of these.
Yeah.
Wait, so what happens to this video? Does it get posted on the channel?
Okay, let's just ask. Do you guys want us to leave it up for like maybe a day or two, so anybody who wants to watch it again, or like anyone who hasn't been able to watch it can watch it, and then we'll take it off? Like if you guys can comment down in the comments if you guys want us to leave it up.
We should keep it because there's a lot of good conversation here.
Yeah, we'll keep it up. We'll keep it up.
Yeah.
So wait, does it automatically get posted up, or what happens?
I think so. Yeah, I put it in the settings, so I think it should be good.
Okay.
Okay.
Process and it should be up later.
Okay.
Yeah.
So.
All right. Awesome. If anybody wants to play PlayerUnknown Battlegrounds, just DM us.
Yeah, we'll get that going.
Yeah.
All right.
So thanks so much, guys. Make sure to follow my fan account there. It says in the comments.
Where?
Dude, that's the fan account where they only post pictures of me as a baby.
That's actually so funny how you have a fan account. Do you know who runs it? Do you know who runs it?
I think it's my sister's friends.
Oh, savage.
Yeah, it's savages, dude. All right, guys.
All right.
Thanks for watching.
Peace.